keep moving, give it all you got.
I actually am from Fort Pierce, probably one of the few teachers in the school that is a Fort Pierce native. High school, I was an athlete. Yeah, sports-minded. Football and baseball, swimming. Watched the other teams play on the sports that I wasn't playing on. Went up to Troy State University right out of high school, and I was a little too immature to handle the college setting at 18, first time being away from my house, so I didn't do very well academically, so my father made me come back home after a semester and go to IRSC and get my AA degree and prove to him that I was actually serious about college. So I did that, and then I went off to Florida State University and finished up with my bachelor's degree. This is either my 24th or 25th year. I came out of college at 21 or 22, and then I played around for a couple of years after I had gotten my degree. And I was like a waiter and a bartender at a country club, and just kind of having some fun while earning money at the same time. And then I started teaching when I was 25, 26 years old. Well, I always was always involved in like helping young people. Well, I'm a facilitator mostly, but it's structured, and the students, all of them are respected, and they have a voice, and they basically can come to me with anything. Mostly I don't really haven't heard a lot of ridiculous ones, but their main excuse is and this is probably the problem, they're not very organized when it comes to dates. So if you put a date on the board and you say it's due on this date, then you tell them to write it down in their notebook, or you tell them to write it down in their planner, whatever they're carrying, they still forget that it's due on that day, or that you were going to have a little quiz on that day. So mostly forgetfulness. I'm not sure what to blame that on or attribute it to. I think, when I go out in the community and I see people that have been through my classroom, or just been through Fort Pierce Central in general, because this is the only school that I've ever taught at, except for Northport. I taught for my first 2 years as a beginning teacher, and then I came over to Central, and I've been here for 23 years. But seeing the students that have come through the school in the last 10, 12, 15, 20 years, seeing like what they've become, and what stages of their life that they're on right now, and where they were when you met them in high school, and just the progress and the positivism that the reward that you get out of some of them have their own tile business, some of them are dentists, some of them own a restaurant, all different kinds of people you see. And you look at them and you laugh and you're like, I remember you. Who would have ever thought you'd have been the vice president of the bank? Or who would have ever thought you would have had the most successful restaurant in town? So watching them follow their passions, because bookwork is not for everybody, but everybody has a passion inside of them to succeed at something. So once you turn them loose out in the community, seeing what drives them, what their original passion was before you tried to get them involved in the bookwork at school, that's what keeps me coming back, because I want to see what the next 10 years of former students are going to do.